Hello and welcome to another garden tour. It's been a few weeks already. I did not plan on having the garden tours so far apart because in the garden always so much is happening, so you want to show what is changing and everything. But my camera broke, like literally I think 2-3 days after I filmed my last garden tour. I then recorded my last video, like books about climate change, which I was super excited about, and then I think on the same day my camera just died and was broken for a while, and now the sun's coming out and I have all the shadow in my face. Great, that's a good look. So I had to order a new camera, which is a financial investment, and once I ordered the camera it took a full month to arrive, which is normal here. But of course it's very annoying. So yeah, here we go, new camera, new try, and back in the garden. A lot has happened. There is not much harvest as of yet, but soon there will be, and I'm gonna show you around. First off, I want to show you my little baby. My little baby is this pumpkin. If you follow me on Instagram, I will link it down below. You will know that I document the growth of this pumpkin already for a while, because he is just so beautiful. Like, look at that. Look at it. It's so pretty. And it just grew randomly. We didn't plant it. It just grew in the middle of our potatoes. We left it there. Unfortunately, the plant has some problems. I don't exactly know what those are, but yeah, we need to get rid of those because I think they're killing our plant. And the plant is massive. Oh wow, I'm way too close to the camera. I'm not used to this one yet, I'm sorry. So the plant is massive. It starts over there on the inside and then grows down here, all the way here to the pumpkin, grows up, goes all the way over there, and there you can see it coming to me again, going here, already having new babies over here, and growing down here. Like it's still not done growing. It's very insane. Like, see how far away the first pumpkin is? Like that's one massive plant. But yeah, I assume we should have cut it, but we just let it grow out because it was a volunteer. So here we have our wall tomatoes that I talked about in my last video. They are still thriving, and if we look here, we actually have the first ones who are turning red, which is so exciting. I am so excited to harvest them soon. And yeah, we still have a lot of flowers everywhere on all of the plants, and a lot of fruit as well, so I'm excited for a harvest. But now we go over there into the garden. This is how the garden looks like now. You can already see a change from last time I filmed the garden tour. Let me show you around. First off, we are having the corner here on the right as soon as you enter the garden. If you remember, this was all completely overgrown and a mess, and we cleaned it up to plant some broccoli that you can see here. It's still very small, not very happy at the moment. And we discovered that the pineapples that we planted before, they had survived, and actually even the paprikas that were here last year, some of them survived, and one of them, let me change my position, one of them is actually having a fruit, which I'm so excited for, because we didn't get to try these last year, because when they were ripe, the animals ate them. So we don't even know if they're spicy or sweet. We have no idea, but we're very excited. And in the back you can see the remains of our passion fruit plants here. They are actually recovering this year. We're very surprised because last year they all just died off. But we will not see any flowers, let alone fruit. So we just let them be, because we won't be here for too long, because we're just renting the place. We probably move out at the end of the year. So no use in trying to grow fruit that's like gonna be there only in a few years. Next to the pineapples are the tomatoes that were really, really, really unhappy last time I showed it to you. And now they are growing. They need yet another binding. I'm doing nothing but binding them at the moment. Oh, sorry, I'm not used to this lens yet. I'm like way too close to everything. Yeah, they are growing. The mint is growing as well, like crazy. They're growing massively. We planted some spinach in the back, but I think it was too late. The spinach was almost dead due to some weather changes in the seedling boxes. But we tried and just put it in the earth where we had space, which happened to be here behind the tomatoes, because spinach apparently likes some shadow. And let's see if they survive. We took out the chicoria salad, everything was ready. These two we are keeping for seeds. Up there is not much change. Actually a little bit, yes. Because these ones, the celery, is growing so well. It's growing so well. Do you see it? It's so beautiful. The leek, well, still suffering. I don't know what we're doing wrong with leek. Maybe some of you have some tips and tricks how to grow leek better. Next to the leek, we do have a ginger plant, which was surprising because all of the ginger just died off, and then we discovered that one of them had survived. And in the back we have some cucumbers that are also unfortunately at the moment full of bugs. You can see that? Yeah, we need to take care of that. We will tomorrow. Tomorrow is a holiday here on the island, so we will take care of the garden tomorrow. Now that we look down from up here, you can see the wild tomatoes that, as I said last time, we don't care for at all. They're doing pretty well, and the salad is growing massively. We did the same mistake as last year where we planted all the salad at the same time, so now of course everything is like exploding. You can also see some in the back growing tall. And yeah, we are trying to eat it as fast as we can. We're giving away as much as we can, but it's just too much. But let's go downstairs. The lizard bar is currently very much overgrown by weeds, but you can see that the strawberries are producing a little bit here. Yeah, as I said, these ones are not for us to harvest. These ones, however, are cherry tomatoes that we now finally have installed a binding mechanism for. You can see here the little things. And that I need to bind again, because now they're growing like crazy. They really liked being taken care of, and we need to, of course, take care of the weeds as well. Here is another chicoria that is like half as tall as me already. Good for seeds. If I turn around, we have here the white eggplants that we got from a friend of ours. He got us the seeds, he saw them and he was like, here you go. And this one is the happiest one of all of them. This one too. These two are very happy. The rest, not so much. Here you see how tiny they are. You see I attempted to clean them. I'm not very good at cleaning weeds, to be completely honest. I'm not very throughout, so of course it starts to grow right back. Next door we have the San Miguel paprikas. Of course, again, need weeding, but we are on it. But it takes some time. San Miguel paprikas. And then if we move further, we have our normal eggplants. Hello, Shadow. Yes, it's midday, unfortunately. We have our normal eggplants here. They're becoming really happy. The melon here actually survived. It looked incredibly unhappy, but now it's doing all right. And the melon in the back, and here watermelon, they are recovering. They were doing really poorly, so we're happy they're even still here. And yes, normal eggplant, more paprikas in the back, and there we see our massive salad. At the edge of the eggplant and paprika field over here, we have 3 big sunflowers that are growing. And here we have our cabbage that is now starting to flower, so we need to get on it with eating it, actually. But cabbage, I'm not the biggest cabbage eater, but the plants are just so beautiful, especially when they like catch raindrops. Like, look at that. It's like so beautiful. Here we have a seed of carrots that I actually cleaned, I think not even 2 weeks ago, which made them very happy, but now they're completely overgrown with weeds again, so I need to get on that. It's very hard to clean them actually, because you don't want to rip the carrots out. So that takes a lot of patience that I don't always have. Also, I hurt my knee a week ago, or over a week ago, so bending down for a long time is not an option right now. So yeah, that is that. Here are our normal paprikas, and over here we have beans that are new in the garden, and here we have the lemon cucumber that, as I said, I had no idea what it is and how it looks, so I don't know if this is how it's supposed to look, but this is how ours look. Turning to the right, we have more beans and another lemon cucumber and a lot of weeds that need to be taken care of. Don't worry, I have it on my list. Between all the weeds we have purple sweet potato that we got as a present, and the onions that will soon be ready to harvest, even though they're still not happy at all. As I said in my last video, the weather this year was not gentle to them, and they have been suffering a lot. This whole field is new from last time, and we have pristine striped eggplants over here that look really, really happy, so I'm super excited for those because I really want to try these. We have something that we're not sure if they're spicy chilies or paprikas. They were seeds that we had flying around and just planted them, and they all grew, so we'll find out what they are eventually. We have some broccoli that we're struggling with at the moment because something is eating them. We already put some snail product, but yeah, the broccoli is not going that well right now. We're still finding solutions for that, but that's also gardening. Sometimes you just fail. Sometimes you plant it in the wrong spot. Sometimes you just have a pest, and it happens. And you see again here everything full of weeds. It really here is like this. If you don't spend at least an hour or two a day in the garden, you have work for a fucking week. And this is exactly what is happening here. We had now a few weeks where we couldn't attend to the garden as much as we wanted to, and now everything is crazy and we have a lot of rain coming our way, so that's gonna be fun. This is all gonna be overgrown in a matter of time, but we hope for the best. In the back we have more purple sweet potato that we got as a gift from the neighbors, and some zucchinis that you can see here, here and here in the back. This field actually looks really good, but we didn't clean it. It was the father of my partner who was here, and he was kind enough to help us in the garden, and he's like a master gardener, and he cleaned this field way over 2 weeks ago, and you can see there's barely any weeds still compared to this. So I don't know what he did, but he did it right. And I mean, this man has experience for his entire life, so I'm super thankful that he helped us with this field because it was a complete mess. These two are our yellow zucchinis, and if you look very closely, let me get closer, you can see the very first fruit coming. Can you see it? Can you see it? Can you see it? Somewhere in between we also have some garlics that are not that happy, but I don't know, this year I'm failing at garlic. Last year I was very successful, this year I'm just failing. And behind that we have the beautiful, beautiful selga, the red one, that is now just absolute perfection. The strawberry field is now producing a lot of fruit, but unfortunately we are still having massive problems with ants. Let's see if I can catch it on camera. I don't know if you can see it on camera, but yeah, everything is full of ants. And if we look over here, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? You can see here the lizards eating. Hey, mister, that's mine. That's my strawberry. yeah, well, Azorian struggles, I guess. But you can see here now, they're beautifully producing. We just need to find a way to actually also get a chance at harvesting them. Because these should not be okay. This is not okay. Go away. I want to harvest them. Yes, exactly. Run, run, run. The tomatoes are now finally bound. We have tried our technique with posts and a net. And we don't know if it's gonna work. So far it's been going well. Let's see how it will do in the coming months when these ones actually have fruit. And they're starting to have fruit, if you look. In the back we have the row of pumpkins that don't look too happy from up here, but actually this plant is the biggest one. It goes all the way down and the tip still looks very healthy, and another arm goes over here, and you can see here that here everything is still green and beautiful, but they're not producing, so we don't exactly know what's wrong, if the seeds were bad or if the plants just don't want to produce yet, or whatever is the problem. The other pumpkins are still tiny. And here we have some more cucumbers that I will need to give some sticks to. And over here we had melons that died, as expected. You saw how unhappy they were, except for this one. This lonely one that also needs some clearing around it some of these days. Yeah, this one is surviving and is still struggling, but we're getting somewhere. And that's what I mean with I'm not very good at cleaning herbs. So send your prayers for this little baby. My lone survivor of the Hokkaido pumpkins I planted actually is now more or less happy. It's still very small, but I'm hoping it will give me at least one pumpkin. That's my goal. I want one Hokkaido pumpkin from my own garden. Moving on over here, it doesn't look too exciting because we have a lot of weeds. We have salad that we're gonna harvest the seeds from. We have more cabbage in the corner, and we have some melons that you barely see the plants of here. But if we take a closer look, one of them is actually producing. We don't have the highest hopes because the plants are tiny and weak and we have ants everywhere, but hey, so far it's going well. So far it's still here, it's surviving. That concludes the garden tour of today. I hope you guys like to come along with me and see the progress in the garden and the first little baby fruits that are soon hopefully going to be ripe and delicious. And you see, our mess is getting a little bit less messy, but still not perfect. We are learning as we go, and we are trying to invest as much time as we can into the garden, but it's not as much as we would like, and we're not as effective or experienced as a lot of other people. And yeah, but I'm still super proud of everything that we're growing. I'm super happy with how everything looks so far, with the time and resources that we currently have and the knowledge that we have. I'm super happy with what we're doing, and I'm excited to take you guys along and see us grow while we garden and try to figure out how to deal with things like pests and much of rain, basically, and lizards eating my strawberries. I hope you have a fantastic day. See you in my next video. Goodbye. And just for a sprinkle of reality that has nothing to do with the garden itself, if I was to go work in the garden right now, I wouldn't look at all like this. I wouldn't wear those earrings right now. I wouldn't even wear these glasses because they're my good glasses. I've broken old glasses that I would wear. I would wear a different outfit. I wouldn't wear makeup for sure. And my hair probably would look something more like this. Now, of course, it's not focusing because my hair is white and the background is white, but you get the idea.